So, I know for a fact, I'm trying to center the camera, by the way, if you can't tell. I know for a fact that we're going to have great content coming. The question is, what do we do in the holes between? What do we do in the meantime? All right. So, we're going to have an honest discussion about it, starting with talking about how yesterday went. Because yesterday I played both Multiverses and Hades 2. Okay. And I feel like we're in a situation where there's options, but the options aren't clear what to do. All right. Allow me to outline what's going on, particularly this year of 2024, because today is now June 2nd. So we are almost halfway through the year. You know, we're halfway through at the end of June, but 5+ months into the year. Honestly, can you name me the top 10 games of this year? Can you even name 10 games that would be a game of the year contender in 2024? I'm having a hard time this year finding games that will even keep my interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it was release timing, whether it was just too much more of the same, whether it was games that were just utter disappointments, okay? There's just been really bad timing around games, and just it hasn't been a great year. You know, usually, here on DSP Gaming, in a given year, you can point out all the big releases coming out and say, these are the ones I'm really excited to see Phil play, and I'm anticipating them, correct? Same for me. I say, these are the games that I'm anticipating playing this year. This year, every time someone asks me that question, I'm like, I really don't know. You know, I just don't. I don't know what to say. These games don't stand out. The ones that you try end up kind of not being as good as you hoped, or they fizzle out, or they just don't retain an audience. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different for me than a common person who just plays a video game. Not only do I have to entertain myself with a game, I have to entertain a live audience, correct? And that's challenging, especially when this year there have been way too many of the same style of game, i.e. lengthy ass RPGs that all came out within about a 3 to 4 month period back to back. They all killed themselves off. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Persona 3 Reload, that Grand Blue RPG, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Dragon's Dogma 2, and that's just a few. There's like another 5 in there that I didn't even mention. Within like 3 months, they just killed each other's momentum. It was so hard to entertain any kind of interest on these long-form RPGs. And the one that I finished, Like a Dragon, I got yelled at the entire time for even finishing. So, I had more interest this year so far on the fighting game content I did with Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6, with the Return to Elden Ring playthrough, with the Another Crab's Treasure playthrough, right? And with Fallout 4 than I have with anything else this year. That includes all new releases that I tried to play. They just didn't work, okay? And this is an oddity, because usually in the early part of the year, we got a ton of big giant games. Just last year, you had Hogwarts Legacy, which admittedly didn't retain interest the whole way through, but still had a humongous hype beginning. Resident Evil 4 Remake, really great horror remake with new content, you know, it was really great. And that's just off the top of my head, 2 giant games that everyone loved. I can't tell you one this year. None. 0. Right? So because of that, I have to make decisions on what we're going to be playing on this channel. And I keep asking you guys for honest feedback. And, you know, I get different kinds of feedback from time to time. And, you know, one of the things that over the years people have always asked me for was variety and covering the styles of games that usually I ignore. A lot of people have said that one of the big things and problems with DSP Gaming is that I don't cover the small scale games ever, right? I always cover the big ones, but I never really go to the indie market. You never see me playing these small games that get viral popularity. I tried to change that this year. I played Helldivers, correct? And it blew up in popularity. I played it for a while, and then what happened? It fizzled out. We played it for about a month. It got repetitive and boring, and as of now, there's no new content for it. You know, I'm still following it. They haven't really updated it in a while, and people are actually starting to criticize the game, saying that they might kill their own game if they don't start updating it because there's nothing new to do in it. That's not good, right? So, you know, I'm doing my best. Now, one of the things that people have asked for is for me to play PC games, right? Now, some people are completely misinformed, which is hilarious. They say, you've always had a PC, you just refuse to play PC games. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have a PC over there that's 10 years old, okay? When I bought it, I wanted to play, record, and stream games, and it couldn't even do it when I bought it. I'm not saying it's a lemon, it's not. But basically, I had a rude awakening when I bought that PC that you can't just do everything on one rig. You essentially, if you're going to be a PC gamer and you're going to play high-end games, you kind of either need a premium rig or you need two PCs, you know? So, you know, in the last year or the last decade is what I meant to say, I have on and off played some PC games on it, and most of them end up not running so well. So we kind of just laid back and said, we're not going to do it anymore. Let's focus on console because this PC is just not up to snuff for playing games, right? So for a lot of people who say things like, oh, he just ignored PC gaming, that's baloney. I would have done PC games. That was my intention when I bought this PC 10 years ago. It didn't work out. It wouldn't even play like Rage, which was the game that I tried when it first launched. It didn't even run well on this. It was choppy. So what do? Right? Anyway, so fast forward to the present day, I have a mini PC, right? This was donated to me last year, and quite honestly, I haven't really implemented it yet. I always intended I was going to do this kind of content on it. This is going to be a whole new audience for me. People have said over the years, this is the style of gaming you ignore. Why do you ignore it? You should totally be playing indie games and more PC-centric games, and now you have a mini PC that will run them. Not to say it's going to run high-end games. It's not. Anything graphically intensive, it probably won't run. But why don't you dabble more in indie games, right? So we've been waiting, and we just had that opportunity. We did an Indies Marathon a little over a week ago. It went well, right? I had a great time. We picked out 3 games during the marathon that said, hey, these could all be future playthroughs that I do. Correct? I mean, this all happened. I didn't, like, imagine any of this. This has all been happening over the last decade. People saying, I don't play enough PC stuff. I ignore it. That's unfortunate. Please implement that into my content. And I haven't really had opportunity to do so. Now I have opportunity to do so. Correct? Okay, fair enough. We can all agree that this has all happened. I didn't, you know, just invent this in my head. I'm not hallucinating, right? Now, in addition to that, people have said that I should try to play games as soon as they come out. Don't wait. Jump on a game as soon as it's out because that's when the iron is hot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And with PC games, that's my problem is that I just never did that. I always waited. And I would play stuff late, like Helldivers 2. I waited a couple of months to play it. Well, you know what? Admittedly, I was misinformed on the game. I was told you can't play it solo, that you need a team. Apparently, I was misinformed because now I know you could just jump in, jump out, drop in, drop out. I didn't know that. Now I know that. And, you know, in a lot of ways, it's very hard to get an education on every single game that's out there now. Because there's misinformation and people represent them differently than you would, you know, you need to know. I need to know what a game is before I can even decide if I'm going to play it or not, you know? And admittedly, I would have played Helldivers 2 earlier if I had known that I could have played it the way that I did play it. I thought that you needed a dedicated team and it was basically unplayable without talking, and that's not the case, okay? But anyway, so being told, strike when the fire's hot, play when the games are new, right? All right, fair enough. I'll make an effort to do that, right? So, the situation that we're in right now, all right? Fallout 4 is doing decently. It's not doing amazingly, but it's doing decently. It's bringing in that crowd of chill vibe style gamers who want to hang back and be entertained by a relaxing game. That's a classic to them. A game I've only played once, so it's my second exposure to the game, which is great. It's not like I know everything about the game. It looks amazing now with my new setup and everything. We're having a good interactive time when I play it. You know what I'm saying? It does well. It's doing decently. Every time I play it, good crowd comes out, regulars and supporters. So it's working in the rotation. Street Fighter 6. It's working, but it's working for a certain crowd. The fighting game crowd. Those who are interested to see me either play competitive games online or fighting games in particular. It's not everybody. I know probably about half my audience doesn't care about fighting games. And that's because for a decade, I basically didn't care about fighting games, right? In the last year, I have gotten way back into the competitive arena of fighting games. I'm better now, and now I have a uniquely awesome setup where I can actually play at a higher level because of no input lag. And I get it, some people don't care, but some people do. Street Fighter is working. Whenever I play it, people show up, and people are supporting Street Fighter in general, so that's working, okay? So I have no complaints about Fallout 4, Street Fighter. Every once in a while, you're having an odd night or an odd stream where, you know, attendance is lower, support is lower, but that's just par for the course of any business. It's fine, okay? For me, it's filling in the other gaps, okay? It's filling in the other gaps. I don't know what else to fill in. What do I do to fill in the other time slots for gameplay between these games. 'Cause I can't just play Fallout 4 and Street Fighter 6 constantly for the next 3 weeks, right? So seeing everything that was going on and hearing everyone's feedback, right? Basically, people say, play things when they're new, branch out and play bigger variety of games. Okay, great. Sounds good. I got a mini PC. Let's play Hades 2 right now. It just dropped. It's literally white hot popular against the PC gaming crowd. PC gamers are into it right now, and it's brand new. It just came out a few weeks ago, okay? What about Multiverses? It literally just dropped, not even a week ago, right? It's brand new. It's something to explore, okay? So I am playing the new stuff, all right? At the same time that I'm saying all of this, all right? There is a mentality among people, all right, that I should just play whatever I want. Like, I mean, Phil, I don't know why you ask these questions for feedback or whatever. I just don't, because you should just be playing whatever you want. If you play whatever you want, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to be entertained. It's going to come through in the content. People are going to like it, and it's all going to work out, right? Okay, that's the feedback I get, right? Okay, fair enough. So let's talk about what's going on currently. Fallout 4, Street Fighter 6 doing well. Multiverses. I tried to play it on launch day. Didn't even work. Okay? I couldn't even get into the server. And I wasn't going to waste an entire stream sitting here like an idiot, clicking, trying to get into the server. Oh, I've done that before. I did that with Street Fighter 5. I did that with GTA Online. I've wasted entire days. Remember Overwatch 2? I'm not doing that anymore. If a game doesn't work at launch, I'm out of there. I'm going to come back when the game works, for sure. I'm not going to waste my time and the viewers' time. We're going to do other stuff. So I came back the next day, all right, and we played it. And admittedly, when I played Multiverses on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, I already noticed the drop-off in interest because it wasn't launch day. There's nothing I can do about that. The game did not work on launch day, right? And the game didn't run very well on Xbox. But basically, I was really enjoying the game, trying to get back into it, right? I liked the gameplay. I just didn't like how the game performed on Xbox. It was choppy, freezing, unfreezing, really stupid, okay? So we played it again on PlayStation 5 yesterday, and this is what I want to get to. So yesterday, I'm playing Multiverses on PS5, all right? And again, I'm trying different characters and stuff. It's not like, oh, Phil's only playing one character and he refuses to even explore the game. Oh, no. So far, I've used Bugs Bunny, Iron Giant, the new character, Banana Guard. I did a little bit of Jason Voorhees, and Velma. So 5 characters in 2 sessions. I've already played with 5 different characters and tried them out, right? I wish I could play with more, but, you know, the game is limited with who you can use. I'd love to use Agent Smith or Joker, but they're locked, right? I can't do anything. That's the game model that they put into the game. When I played it yesterday, it performed much better. It wasn't freezing, and it wasn't having those graphical issues, but the connections are still wonky. So half the matches are dropping or end up being laggy. And I'm noticing with the rebalancing they did in the last 2 years, they basically ruined a few characters. Like Velma is pretty worthless now and not even really playable, quite frankly. I don't know why anyone would select her. She's so bad. Okay? So that was Multiverses yesterday. How did the stream do? Well, viewership plummeted as I was playing it. And quite honestly, if it weren't for 1 or 2 people who came in with big contributions, the stream would have been also dead in that regard too. I constantly get people now complaining when I'm playing Multiverses. This game is boring. This game is not Smash Brothers. It tries to be Smash Brothers and it fails. Stop playing it. All right? Now, by the way, this was after a few months of people asking me, hey, are you going to play Multiverses when it comes out? You know, it's coming out in you know, end of May, early June, right? It's going to be exciting, the full release and everything. So I did what people wanted. They wanted me to check this game out, saying that it was good, or they were interested in it at the very least. And it's out, and now it seems like people have no interest in it at all. The thing is, I am interested in it. The 2 times I played it, I actually had fun. Now, I was disappointed with Velma, that they ruined her. I like Bugs Bunny. I'm having a lot of fun playing with him. I actually want to check out other characters. I want to continue to play. But I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I can. It seems that the common feedback that I'm getting is Multiverses is not a good game. Don't play it. I'm not getting any actual, like, facts or corroboration of that. I'm just being told that. It's a bad game. Don't play it. Well, what's bad about it? Maybe because the connections are a little wonky and it drops, right? Or, oh, it's not as good as Smash Brothers. Well, no one's going back to fucking play Smash Brothers. The game is ancient now. You understand? It's old. No one is going back to play Smash. It's a moot point. So there's another game from the past that's better than the current one that's new. But this is the current one that's new. This is the one with the new content to explore that people will be talking about. Not fucking Smash Brothers from like 5 years ago. No one cares about that anymore. So why are we talking about Smash Brothers, right? I'm not playing it. I'm not going back to it. I didn't really like it when it came out, quite frankly, all right? This actually appeals more to me. But that's the problem. People say, well, play what you want. Well, I want to play Multiverses. Oh, that game sucks. No one likes it. Don't play it. Okay. I guess that's the feedback I'm getting, right? Now let's talk about Hades 2. Hades 2, I'm really baffled at this one, okay? Hades 1 was a game that when it came out was PC exclusive for a while, if you remember, and then eventually it got ported to consoles. When it finally did, I finally had opportunity to try it. Now, by the time that I had played Hades 1, it was already an old game, but I had to wait that long for it to be on console. When I played it, I ended up getting hooked on it and loving the roguelike formula. I was like, oh, this is actually really catchy. I like this game. It's addictive. It's interesting. I'm having a great time playing it. I had a great audience that would come and interact with me when I played it, give me recommendations for the builds and stuff, and it was a really fun time, okay? So, knowing that Hades 2 was in development and everything, I was excited. Then to hear that it was only PC, I was like, oh, that sucks. Sounds like they're going to do the same thing they did with Hades 1 and take forever to port it to console. Then, oh, guess what? I have a mini PC, and it can play Hades 2. And then Hades 2 Early Access just gets dropped in the middle of May as a surprise release. And people outright asked me, would you play it? I said, yeah, I would. We got to have a time when I finish up what I'm working on. But once some of these game playthroughs start wrapping up, absolutely, I'm all over it. Let's check it out. Why not? Right? And so, with Hades now out early access on PC, you guys voted for it, nominated and voted for it for my Indies Marathon. I think it was the second most voted game. The first was that Noita game, and this was number 2. Okay? So I'm like, oh, neat. All right. Let's give it a shot. Sounds good to me. I liked the first one. Played it during the Indies Marathon. Loved it. Wow, this game is great. I wish I could play more, but I got to move on to other games today. But I even said then, let's put it into the rotation. And it seems like there's big pushback. Why? Because this is early access and the game's not done yet. I'm like, yeah, but how much content is in it? Oh, about 20 hours. 20 hours of content in a game, and you want me to play it? You want me to wait? It just seems like there's this weird mentality when it comes to PC gaming. Is there some weird unspoken code that you don't play the game if it's unfinished or something? A lot of people play these games in early access, do they not? Why else would they offer it early access? I don't get it. So I'm in a unique position, okay? I can play a PC game when it's brand new, white hot popular among the PC gaming community. I decide I'm going to do it, so this is an oddity for me, and now I'm being told, you've done the wrong thing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm being told, you don't jump on things when they're popular enough. You should do them as soon as they come out. Okay, I did. I'm playing Hades 2 right now. You should play more PC games. You don't play enough. Okay, I'm doing that right now with Hades 2, right? Oh, but no, you did the wrong thing. Last night when I played Hades 2, we had less than 200 viewers, okay? People that were there were engaged, don't get me wrong. But if it weren't for a big tip that came in from one particular person who actually was someone who had supported my original Hades playthrough as well, that stream would have been absolutely dead for support. I'm not kidding you. And if you don't believe me, check out the videos right now on the channel, okay? Just look at them right now. 2 hour-long playthrough parts, new build. I unlocked new weapons, new build. Actually fought a boss and beat it for the first time. Fought another boss and lost to it. Those videos have 221 and 145 views. One of them doesn't even have a single like. So what am I missing? Because I listen to feedback. Okay, I do. I listen to feedback. I'm trying to understand what it is that my audience wants by listening to said feedback. I've been told, you got to play games when they're brand new and they're popular. I'm doing that. You got to play more PC games. I'm doing that. Right? You got to have more variety for your streams. Don't only play the big AAA mainstream games. That's too boring. Branch out and do other things. I'm doing that. And this is the response I get. No attendance on the stream, no views on the videos, and everyone complaining I should be doing something else. So what's going on? Because if you can't tell, I'm getting mixed signals. And that's frustrating because, as you know, I'm trying to improve for the better. I am. I'm trying to put out content that you guys want. This is not just me sitting here playing games for myself. If it were, then it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to entertain an audience, correct? This is me trying to put out content that is engaging, fun, and entertaining for you. You find value in it. Whether it's, you know, it cheers you up. It's riveting because you want to know about the game. You're learning about the game. You laugh at my rages and my fails, whatever it may be, whatever you get out of the said content, correct? That's what I want to provide for you. And what's funny about it is some people have said, it's not about the game. It's about you and your personality. So if your stream basically fails, it's your fault, right? The Hades stream, I literally sit here talking to people the entire time about the game, about other stuff. We're trying to have a nice social chill stream. I outright keep telling people, I want this to be a chill stream. What happens? No one shows up. But if I announced we're just going to do a chill night where all we do is talk for 2 hours, people would have showed up. That means it's not me. That means it's the game. Do you understand? Because if I can say I'm doing a chill stream tonight, we talk for 2 hours, and I get attendance and support, and if I say we're doing Hades 2 and no one shows up, it's the fucking game. And I'm tired of hearing everyone, you know, these idiots out there who just want to make everything about me because, again, their narrative is that I'm just a fucking horrible content creator and a scumbag, and there's no way anyone could possibly like my content, right? It doesn't make any sense. There's no logical, factual basis for people are saying when they say shit like that, you know? And I'm tired of it. I want to put out stuff that people want. I don't want to be wasting time. And here's the other thing. Play what you like. I really like Hades 2. I do. I like it just as much, if not even more, than Hades 1. I'm really enjoying this game. And I'm playing it and loving it. No one shows up. Okay? So at this point, it's obvious. We need to have a reevaluation of what I'm doing on the content in the streams because I want people to show up. I can't be playing shit for myself. And the feedback that I've gotten is not very good. Play games when they're new. I am doing that. Play more PC games. I am doing that. Play more indies. I am doing that. It's not working. None of that is working. Those are the streams that are the worst. So when I get told, don't play more mainstream AAA games, then why is it when I play mainstream AAA games, more people show up? Right? I don't get it. It just seems like the amount of feedback that I get is so wire crossing that there's no way to determine what I really should or shouldn't be doing. Right now, I've got a lot of people who've been screaming, bring back Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We want to see that game back in the mix. That's great. Where were you when it was new? Literally, we had a stream of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with less than 200 viewers, with no one engaging. I was basically playing the game for myself. No one was talking in the chat, or if they were completely disengaged and weren't paying attention. Oh, but then if I do a random chill night stream of me just hanging out for 2 hours, everyone's here and having a good time. So it's not me, it's the games. You understand what I'm trying to say to you now? This is the state of the industry at this point, is that the games that are coming out are not engaging enough for a live stream. They're just not. Yeah, you might like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for yourself because you sat there and you grinded through this insanely long RPG experience that's a big narrative and has all this side content, but for a stream, it doesn't engage anymore. These kind of games are too common. They're a dime a fucking dozen at this point. There are too many of them this year. They don't work. They're boring. I agree. I totally agree. All right? But then when I try something different, that also doesn't work. So what is the future here? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to give up on playing video games. That's ridiculous. If it's diversity and I need to break my content up more, then we should do that. We should do different kinds of variety of content. The problem is I've tried that, and also people complain about that. Don't you remember that last year I launched a channel called DSP Reacts, and the whole idea was that I was going to do less gaming and more React style content? So I got a weekly show called DSP versus the internet where I react to clips. I was doing big React events once a month or once every other month where I was reacting to documentaries. I was reacting to other YouTuber channels and stuff like that. And what was the feedback that I got last year? Oh, stop doing that. It's not as entertaining as you playing games. Play more games. I'm not kidding. That's the feedback I got. That's literally the feedback that I got. And I'm like, so, okay, we'll stop doing the long-form React events. Instead, we'll play more games. But now we're in a situation, it doesn't matter what game I play, half of them don't stick. So what exactly is the problem here? I'd love to hear that, I'd love to hear what we need to do in order to figure this out, right? What are we going to do? What games are we going to play? What content am I going to put out? I'm here and I'm all ears. I will do whatever people want within reason. I'm not going to completely change who I am as a content creator. I'm not going to start making drama videos. Okay, I'm not going to start slamming other YouTubers and being a piece of shit to other people to get by and get off on that. I don't step on others for success. I never will be that kind of person. So if that's what you're looking for, you're absolutely in the wrong spot. Okay? I'm not getting into politics right now. Right now, politics are such a fucking hotbed of drama and emotion and rage, and a lot of people are really upset with what is going on right now in the realm of politics. I am not going to touch that with a 100-foot pole. I don't want to step into there, because once you step into that arena, you can never step out again. Do you understand? So, no, we're not doing that easy bait drama content. I'm not doing that. You know what my realm is. You know what my forte is. Gaming. And, so, hanging out, social streams, and reacting to some extent, right? We know what my forte is. But the question is, what is it exactly that I should be playing then? And I think this year has been a very unique year where, sadly, there is no answer that's a definitive, everyone agrees answer. Last year there was. The year before there was. There's always those games that resonate, that everyone wants to see. And this year, besides Elden Ring DLC coming up, is there any others? And that's really the problem about 2024. We've gotten now to the point in gaming where gaming has become so much about making money, printing the dollar, that most of the games coming out are uninspired, unfinished, bloated, repetitive, grindy, samey pieces of crap. They're not unique gaming experiences anymore that you absolutely want to see your favorite content creator play. Instead, what do content creators have to rely on? Viral, quick, independent games that blow up in popularity and jumping from one to one to one to one to one. And that's not who I am. That's not the kind of person I am. That's not the kind of creator I am. And you all know that. I don't like those stupid viral trending games that you play for a week and you drop and ignore it like they never existed. The fucking Pal Worlds and shit like that. I even tried Pal World. We saw what it was. It was dead within like 10 hours. There was nothing else to do. But this is just constant. This is what has happened with content creation recently. The gaming industry, I feel, is in a big spiral down. And it's because of the people in charge. The people in charge don't want to make good games. They just want to make games that print money for investors. It has lost its way. Because when you do that, you don't have unique gaming experiences anymore that people want to see or look forward to, right? You don't. You don't at all. And what ends up happening is they have to now have people shill their games out and lie about them and say that they're great, or have an NDA where they can't even fucking criticize the game until the day the game comes out. But they can play it 2 weeks early. It's like, what? What kind of a game industry do we have right now, right? So here's the deal. Let's reassess. Right now, let's hit the pause button. And let's figure out together what we need to do to get people interested again. Okay? Right now, Fallout 4 is working. Street Fighter 6 is working. I'm not changing that. I mean, I even have plans to do more co-op. I have an announcement that it looks like by the end of this week, I'll be doing another co-op session with Brian. We're going to test out the PS5 mic in Street Fighter 6. Probably Wednesday night. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but we're leaning towards trying to do it Wednesday night. Another private lobby with me and Brian playing Street Fighter 6. And now with me with the reduced input lag and a microphone. Okay, so that should be coming probably Wednesday night, all right? So that's cool, right? That's good news. Um, but outside of that, the way I see it, we have 2 games in the rotation working, Fallout 4 and Street Fighter 6. We need to find other games. If you guys at this very moment, okay, are telling me Multiverses is not of interest to you, then I'll say, listen, that's sad to me because I'm enjoying my time with the game. I wanted to play more characters. I wanted to learn more about it, and I wanted to give it a shot. But if you guys are outright telling me you are not interested in Multiverses, then we'll drop it right now. Okay? I'm not, again, a game that I'm liking and I would like to play, but I acknowledge that I can't just sit here and play what I want to play all day. For any business is like that. If I was a chef working at a restaurant and all I wanted to do was make pork chops, so all I did was make pork chops, and my customers coming in were asking for spaghetti. Well, I refuse to make spaghetti. All I like to do is make pork chops. What's going to happen? The customers are going to leave because they wanted spaghetti and you refuse to make it. You have to give to your customer base what they want. So if I like Multiverses and I like playing Multiverses and I want to keep playing it and learn more, and your answer is, I just don't like Multiverses, it's boring, it sucks, then I'm not going to play it. If that's the determination that we're coming to today, that's sad because I like it. I like it. I want to keep playing it. I feel like there's more there, and it will get better in time as they improve the game or whatever. But if we got to get rid of it, we got to get rid of it. It sucks. I've only done 2 streams of it, but it's life, right? So what can I do? All right, now, in the case of Hades 2, I think this is even more sad because unlike Multiverses, where people are on the fence about if it's a good game, I think that people can all agree Hades 2 is a great game. Correct? I think we all agree. I love Hades 1. Hades 2 is just an improvement on 1. I don't have a single complaint about the game so far. I'm loving it, and I want to keep playing it. But if it's literally the least attended, least engaged, least supported, least viewed game that I've done in years, then I shouldn't keep playing it. I should do something else with my time. Correct? And now I've done 2 major streams of it, or excuse me, 2 night streams of it, I should say, and it has not done well. It has not. In fact, it's getting worse. The more I play it, it's getting worse. Last night, I couldn't believe, because I'm playing it, and there's like 3 or 4 people in chat who are regulars who are talking with me. Okay? I'm like, okay, this is great. Where's everyone else? Why is it, this is supposed to be like a late night chill stream where we talk, we hang out, we're social while I play. I'm thinking we're going to have conversation, we're going to have fun. No one's talking. The chat is not moving in 3 minutes. There's not a single line in chat. What the fuck? What the hell's going on here? So then I go and look, and it's like less than 200 people on the stream. What the hell happened? This is Hades 2, a brand new PC game that people have been yelling at me to play new PC games. So, oh, my nose itches. So, we gotta figure this out. I want to keep playing Hades 2. I really like it. I do. Now, I know it's not done, but we're only about 5 hours in. We keep playing it. We got, again, there's 15 to 20 hours of content in this game that we could play through before we say, okay, let's put it on hiatus until they finish more of the game. Right? And by the way, I'll definitely say this. I know this is a unique situation because it's an unfinished early access game, but there's no reason to put a game on hiatus like that, or not to put a game on hiatus like that and go back later. I think it would work. But plus, because this is like a late night chill stream style situation, it's not a huge deal. I don't think Hades 2 is ever going to get a bajillion viewers or anything like that. I just want people to show up and have a good time. And it seems like people are actively staying away from Hades 2 for some reason, and that I don't understand. Okay? Excuse me. Now, I'm just going to say one thing, okay? Because there is one line that I keep hearing that is the most ridiculous thing ever. Oh, Phil, but you have to understand, when people asked you for that stuff and you didn't give it to them, it's too late now, right? So people always wanted PC games. People always wanted the new games when they're hot and hype, and people wanted the indies. Well, you never played them. So now those people moved on, and, now, you don't have that audience anymore. Well, the question is, did I ever have that audience? Because I never played that shit. So what are you talking about? That's the dumbest line of reasoning I've ever heard. Because you didn't give it to us immediately the second we asked for it. People moved on and don't want it anymore. No, I didn't give it to you at all. So when you asked for it, you were actively asking me to change the content I was doing to give you what you wanted. So now I've done that, and now you're not here, so you're a liar. That's the difference. You're full of shit. This is not an audience of indie-loving games yelling at me to play indies. This is people saying we like Phil's content, but we want to see him branch out and play indies. So now I'm doing it, and now you're not there. So you're full of shit. That's what it is. It's people who are completely full of fucking shit. I'm tired of this line of reasoning, because here's the truth, is that in life, what you're going to find is that when you grow up, and I mean this too, people really should listen to this. When you grow up and you truly become an adult and you become mature, and it's not about age, it's about mental maturity, okay? When you become mentally mature, you will understand something. You cannot have instant gratification for every single thing in your life, especially entertainment, but in general, just in general, all right? With everything in your life. What we have an entire generation of people on this planet who have been coddled, spoiled, and treated like special snowflakes. And they actually believe that if they don't get something the moment they ask for it, that is a slight against them. And now they've been wrong. And how dare you not instantly do what I want at a moment's notice and drop everything at my beck and call and serve me like the dictator of the fucking planet. That's not how fucking life works. In any situation, you will not get instant gratification at all for anything. It's about patience. It's about hard work. It's about dedication. It's about sticking through tough times until you can get to the points in your life when you get what you want. Because then when you get it, it has meaning. Because you suffered through the times you didn't have it until you finally earned it. You understand that? No, most people don't. Again, there's an entire generation of people who don't get this concept. They literally think, well, I demand something right now. I didn't get it. Fuck you. Downrate, hate, shit on, berate, deride, and crap on and say it's bad. No, you spoiled fucking brat. That's not how life works. I've been married to my wife for 5 years. We haven't even gone on a honeymoon. I don't even get to spend much time with her at all because I'm in this fucking room 6 days a week, full time streaming for you guys. You think I'm happy with that? No, but I'm stuffing it out. I want instant gratification now. I want more time with my wife. I want to go spend a vacation with her right now. I can't do that. But I understand as a mature adult, if I tough through times that are rough, that eventually at the end of the tunnel, there will be a light. There will be a time when I'll be able to spend that time with her, where we'll have a good time together. But I need to tough out the tougher times now. There's a lot of factors in life you don't control. I don't control the economy. I don't control fucking inflation. I can't make those things go away. But if I tough through it now and I get to that at the end, that moment when I get to spend some time with her will be all the more fucking meaningful because I didn't just get it right away. You get it? In the case of me as a content creator, all right, I don't have the ability to just do everything instantly. I wish I did. I wish that I was a giant streamer and a giant content creator and I was rolling in dough and at any moment I could just upgrade everything. But look at the jumps we're making in the last year to year and a half, correct? Take a look at the improvements. Look at the visual quality of this podcast and the background, everything I listened to, your feedback to improve everything, the name, the board, everything, right? Quality of the streams, right? How much better it is. All the different things we're doing, the variety of content we're doing. I have a react channel. I have a throwback channel. These are all things we talked about for years and years. I have a daily news show. I always wanted to do a news desk style show. Now I do it every day. But these are things that took a while to get to. Do you understand? These are not instant changes, instant gratification, instant wish granting. That's not reality. All right? You wanted to see me play indie games. Great. But understand, I didn't have the means to do it. We had to get to a point where I could do it. Well, now I can do it. Well, now I don't want it anymore. So what are you, 3 years old? You're going to fucking pout and stomp in the corner and cry like a little baby? Oh, I didn't get it right away. What the fuck kind of mentality is that? I mean, oh my God. That is so ridiculous and so unfucking stupidly mature. It's amazing. I'm getting that kind of feedback. Because I didn't instantly gratify you. You moved on. Well, that's funny, because you commented on my video and left the feedback. So you didn't move on. What happened is you didn't instantly get what you wanted, and then you got wrapped up into a hate group who doesn't like me and derides me every day. You're a loser. Okay? You're a loser. If this is the situation you're in, you're a loser. And now you sit here and you only come back to make fun of me and say all the things that I'm doing wrong, correct? You're a fucking loser in life, all right? You need to fucking move on. Either move on from watching me or you need to stop hating on me on a daily fucking basis, all right? Here, the truth is, in the last few years, I've done so many improvements. I'm changing who I am. I'm becoming a better creator, a better person. I'm listening to feedback. That's why in a situation like Hades 2, I'm scratching my head. This is directly the feedback I have received. Play more PC games, play games new when they come out, play more indie games, do interactive streams, everything different, everything better. Go to do it. Oh, guess what? You fucking fucked up. It's terrible. We're not going to show up. This is bad. What are you talking about? I don't get it. And that's what I need. That's what I need to figure out. Okay, I do. I need to figure out what is going wrong here. And if the answer is, oh, it's because you didn't give us instant gratification, then just go away. No one in life is ever going to give you instant gratification. You're probably one of these people who sits around on fucking social media all day bitching about every little thing. Oh, they spelled my name wrong on my fucking coffee cup at Starbucks. And, oh, they didn't have my color of hair dye at the store, so my day is ruined. Fuck off. No one cares. Reality is that I am someone who's going to appeal to a different kind of audience than I did 10, 15 years ago. You know, young teenagers don't come to watch Dark Side Phil. You know, this is more of a mature audience, people who've been around for a long time. And now you want to hang out and have a more reasonable, chill, laid back situation. Now, there's situations when it's not like that. If I'm playing, you know, Elden Ring or I'm playing a fighting game or whatever, you get more stress than that. That's cool, right? That makes sense. I get it. That's the kind of content, the rage-inducing content, that's also entertaining. And that's fine. But the point is, I'm not the same guy I used to be. I'm a different kind of content creator. Again, more laid back. That's kind of the kind of stream I'm trying to put out these days, right? So, in my opinion, all right, I feel like what's happened is you get a whole generation of new people who just don't get how life works. But is it their fault? Sounds to me like they've been taught to think this way. Right? You know, when I was growing up, I was fucking lucky to get anything. There was no instant gratification. You guys know the story. When I used to go to a store with my parents, all right, let's say we were going to a store that had a toy department. When we first got into the store, I'm a little kid sitting in a shopping cart. My parents would push me to the toy department, and we go, and my parents would say, select an action figure. Philip, they call me Philip. It was always Philip, okay? Okay. And I would look at the shelves at all the action figures, and I would say, oh, here's one. I like this one. And I would grab it. And for the entire shopping trip in that store, I would stare there and look at the action figure. I'd read the whole back. I would imagine in my head, man, if I had this, I would go home and play, and I would play with my other figures. Here's how it would go and stuff like that. And then my mom and dad would shop for about an hour, hour and a half, right? And then at the end of the shopping trip, my parents would say, okay, it's time to go back. And we go back to the department, and I would put the action figure back. And my mom would explain to me very matter-of-factly, you can have that later. If you're a good boy, if you behave, if you get a good report card, maybe if it's your birthday or Christmas, that's when you'll get that. You don't just get that today just because you want it. You get that later when you earn it. Oh, okay. And then we would leave. And then if I was good, when a holiday came or I had a good report card or something, I did something nicely, I would earn it and I would get it as a reward. That's life. Okay? I wish that I were a ginormous streamer who made tons of money for you, because then I could do whatever you want. Anytime a viral game came out, I could drop money on it and we could play it for 5 minutes and either laugh at it or crap on it. And then we could move on to the next game. I wish that I could buy a high-end gaming PC right now and we could play every game at absolute top levels. I wish that I could do all. I don't. That's the reality. Reality is I'm a normal dude like you who just sits here and streams all day and has a good time with an audience. I'm a very down-to-earth guy. I don't live in the clouds. I have no aspirations to be a super popular guy or anything like that. And I think that the demands and the things that are thrown at me are so unreasonable at this point that I'm getting fed up. When I get feedback like, well, you didn't immediately give us what we wanted, so people moved on, that is the fucked up, most ridiculous, spoiled, entitled, really unreasonable, disconnected from reality style answer I could ever hear. That's not life. You'll never get that. If that's what you're seeking, you'll never get it unless you go to the super awesome fake streamers who are rich because they take every sponsorship opportunity and they kiss so much butt, and every piece of content they put out is a piece of shilled content, but you're too dumb to fucking realize it. Go watch them. They're rich. They can roll in dough and do whatever you want. You ask them to play a piece of shit, they'll play a piece of shit, and then they'll drop it in 10 seconds, right? But that's not DSP gaming. That's never been what I've been about. Since the moment I started on YouTube, it's about passion. Passion for games, passion for life, just hanging out, having a good time, but also feeling like we're friends and we're sitting on a couch together playing games, having a social experience, and enjoying it because of our common admiration of the medium, right? That's what it's always been about. Not about making a buck, not about shilling, not about this, not about that, not about, oh, instant gratification because you like a certain kind of game. It's about reality, all right? A lot of people have come to my streams in the last many years because they want to disconnect from all the stresses. Why am I not doing the easy mode content right now? Why am I not talking about fucking Donald Trump? Why am I not fucking doing hateful content about other YouTubers? Because that's the easy shit you can hear in every other fucking stream. Every other lowbrow idiot who has no fucking talent or intelligence in their fucking head, but they still need to make a buck, that's what they do. I don't need to do that shit. I don't want to do that shit. I'm different. I'm above all those fucking people. Even though I'm way below in views and popularity, the content is above what they do. You understand? Fuck those people. You don't want that. You want to come to a place where you can be isolated from that crap and just have a good time. You're already bombarded with that shit everywhere else. Why would you want that on everyone's stream, right? So, I'm happy to be different, but I need your feedback on what it is exactly you want from me. Not just play whatever you want. Okay, so we'll play Multiverses, we'll play Hades 2. Oh, no one showed up. Well, then what do I do? Right? I can't just play what I want, but I also can't listen to the feedback I'm getting because the feedback also is not working. So what is it that we need to play? That's the question, okay? So like I said, Fallout 4 is working, all right? Street Fighter 6 is working, for sure. But what else do we play? If the feedback is, hey, Multiverses sucks, don't play it again, we'll drop it immediately. It will suck for me because I like the game and I want to play it more. But if the answer here is, hey, there's nothing here, you know, fuck it, drop Multiverses, we will drop Multiverses. All right? I'm okay with that if that's what we need to do. Fair enough? Now, in regards to Hades 2, that's going to be a harder hit for me because I really like the game. All right? But I just don't understand why people are not showing up for Hades 2. So if the answer is stop playing Hades 2, we'll drop that too. All right? But for me, I don't know what to replace them with because there's so many options. Play System Shock Remake. I'm very interested in System Shock Remake. I never played it before. From what I'm to understand, that was the predecessor to BioShock. And everyone thinks it's a great classic game, right? I would be down for playing that. But is that a consensus or is that a vocal minority of people asking for it? Bring back Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That one I'm very skeptical on because that's something that when it was new, no one cared about. No one was showing up for the streams. What makes you think that all these months later, going back to it is going to bring back any kind of attention? Also, by the way, while we're already playing Fallout 4, a lengthy RPG, I'm not convinced that's going to work. Okay, I'm just not. I'm not convinced that's going to be a solution at all. Okay? Now, I guess the real question is, what is it that people want? That's what we got to figure out. I'm okay with saying, all right, forget Multiverses, forget Hades 2 if that's the case. But now I need answers on what to play next. Okay? What is it? What do we do for the next 3 weeks until the Elden Ring DLC comes out? Or, you know, all this may be a moot point. And the reason I really say that, because Summer Game Fest is Friday. Because the Xbox event is Sunday. And so we may already have an established path of new games coming out. Like I said, games dropping out of nowhere. Sometimes this happens. And then, boom, just like that, situation fixed, right? But for me, I need answers on where to go. And it has to be reasonable answers of things that are going to work and people are interested in. And if you suggest something, you commit to coming to watch and see it and support it. Not, oh, I really want to see this, but by the way, I won't check it out for 8 months. It's not going to work. You know, I need what people want to see now. You understand? I am doing live reacts for Summer Game Fest and the Xbox event. I've already announced that. Okay? See, that's the truth. Everyone wants something different. Again, if this were the year when there were big AAA games that were flagpole events and people wanted them, we'd have no problems. This year, there's nothing. There's literally fucking nothing. Nothing of stature. Nothing of note. Little game here, little game there, mid game here, mid game there. Big game is supposed to be good. Oh, it sucks shit. So there's no consensus on what to play. And that's where these issues arise. So now everyone wants something different and nothing works out to be the game that people want to show up for. Right? I'm down with doing Stardew Valley chill streams, but you understand that that's something that I can't do all the time, right? That would be something that I do like once a week, maybe at most. That's, you know, that's not going to work as a ongoing playthrough. I do multiple times a week or something like that. You know what I'm saying? See, Aaron, here's the problem. Aaron says, you say it's the games, not you. Shouldn't your commentary be able to carry the game? Not if people don't show up. Dude, people don't show up. It's not that my commentary doesn't carry the game. No one's there. I'm playing Hades 2. I'm sitting here ready and willing to interact with the chat, and I look, and for 3-4 minutes, no one says a word. I can't make people show up and chat. Do you understand? People didn't show up because I was playing Hades 2. If I were doing a late-night chill stream, I would have had 400 people on the stream and everyone talking. It's not me. Sorry. As much as you want to believe that, it's not. It's just not. There's something with this audience that they don't show up for certain games. I can't make someone actually come to a stream to start to interact. I just can't do it. Eric, you're again, there's too much obsession with business and not about enjoying yourself. I literally just said, I'm loving multiverses. I'm loving Hades 2. No one's showing up. So if I just sit here and I just play things constantly that no one shows up for, I won't be here tomorrow because I'll be out of business. If you ignore reality and you just live in a fantasy world of massive entertaining yourself all day, you'll also be in a big bad position. Again, something you learn as you get older, you get more mature. You can't just sit here doing things you enjoy all day long. That's not how life works. I wish. Really, I wish. Even from day one when I started on YouTube, it wasn't like that. Do you really think that I enjoyed rushing through games back in the day, pumping out 7, 8, 10, 20 hours of gameplay content within a couple of days to finish a game right away? I didn't enjoy that. That was work. But that's what I did to get by back in the day. That's how it was. You live in a fantasy land. Oh, you could. Why don't you sit around enjoying? Why don't you just sit here smoking a doob, drinking a scotch, right? Just fucking, feeding yourself grapes, playing some game you like. Just sit around. Oh, someone's talking in the chat. Fuck them. You don't feel like talking about to them. This is your enjoyment time. Stream it. You'll be a millionaire. What are you talking about? In what reality does that work? None of that works. What you just said is insane. The Blimp, I see your comments. I just want to let you know because the Blimp keeps posting and I'm not responding directly to the Blimp. The Blimp is saying too much fighting game stuff. Fair enough. Street Fighter will stay in the rotation. That's the reason why I didn't play Tekken and Street Fighter together because I already knew that would be overload. And here's the funny part. You say fighting game stuff. You actually think Multiverses is like a serious fighting game. I don't treat it like that. I think it's like a fun party game, but it has appeal because of the characters in it. To you, you see that as like a fighting game and you get turned off. I hear you. So if that's the case, if literally we are dropping multiverses right now, then we're dropping multiverses. And it sucks. Again, I like the game, but if it's not working already after 2 streams and people want me to do other stuff, I'm down for that. Okay? There you go. Kohi says, I think chat derails too often. By the time you catch it, the chat dies. People interested in talking about the game left or stopped talking. We need more moderators. Here's the problem with that. More moderation means Nazi Germany. We're all living in Nazi Germany, and you've controlled too much, and you destroy your content, right? Lack of moderation means, oh, now no one can talk. It's like, so where's the happy medium? Because I've been on both sides of this now. People used to literally complain all the time that I had too many mods. Now, as you can see, I don't have that much moderation. And people seem to like that more, right? They do. They seem to like it more when there's more open conversation. But you're right. I'm the streamer. I'm playing a game. I'm not always 100% paying attention to chat. So I agree with you there that maybe more moderation or that would be a little better. But to me, I'm okay right now with how chat has been. As long as people flag the issues that are going on, I can take care of them. The problem also is, again, you have to understand it's very hard to pick dependable people to be mods these days because a lot of people have literally set themselves up to try to become a mod and just be an asshole. We've had people like that the last couple of years. Oh, supposed to be a dependable person, a nice person in the community. They pretend to be someone they're not, and then they fucking end up being a troll and they try to fuck everything up for everybody. So really, we've scaled back the moderation on purpose to avoid those kind of situations. I hear what you're saying though, I really do, and I feel like we can work together. I don't think the solution is get more mods. I think the solution is work together as a community to figure out how to stop the derailment. So if I'm playing a game that's supposed to be fun and chat's being derailed, just tell me, right? Tell me, tag me in the chat till I notice it, and then we get it back on track. I feel like that's a better avenue than let's flood the chat with mods who just fucking delete all the comments, right? Okay. So here's the thing. Do we get rid of multiverses? Yes or no? Here, let's do a poll. Okay. Do we continue with multiverses or not? Please vote in the poll. Okay? It's going to be a lot harder for me to judge on Hades 2 because I really like that game. And I'm on the fence about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I really like it. I want to keep playing it. But man, last night's stream, like literally last night, we had maybe 10 people who were talking in chat. It was all regulars, by the way, which I was happy to see the regulars there. But like maybe 2 people were even talking about the game. And the other regulars were just there to kind of hang out, which is fine. But there wasn't active conversation. There was basically a lot of disengagement. You know, it was disappointing. It was definitely disappointing. Okay? So I want more people to show up and I want more people to hang out. That's a good point. As you can tell, right now, idiots just showed up to artificially vote in the poll. You can tell because the poll was about 60%, 70% drop it. And then all of a sudden, we just saw a surge in uptick because some idiot who's restreaming me just told people to come and vote in the poll the other way. So now, all of a sudden, it's up to 53% continue. And I would guarantee you that that voting will continue to go in that trend as more morons come in from a restreamer, right? I'm not stupid. So the poll basically said to drop it in around a 60 to 70% vote until the trolls started voting like morons because they always want to try to vote in a way that hurts me. All right. So if that's the case, and we drop multiverses, we need a new day stream because right now day streams are Fallout 4, the React show, and in the next week there'll be less day streams because 2 of the day streams will be taken by reacting to these events. There's going to be the Summer Game Fest on Friday and then the Xbox event on Sunday. So particularly this next week actually won't be that bad, but we do need a game in there, all right, that is going to fill the gaps until Elden Ring. Or at least until that other game, too, Still Stands the Deep or something, I think it's called, which is that horror game that I want to check out. I think that comes out on the 18th. And I'll be checking that out for sure because it looks interesting. But outside of that, we need something else. Is it System Shock Remake? If that's the case, I'm down for that. I got to figure out where it is and how much it costs and everything because I don't even know. I haven't looked into it yet. But I'd be down for System Shock Remake if that's the case. But if that's not it, then what's the answer? Because we actually have, with the schedule, the way it's laid out, Tuesday we need something new for the day stream. Okay? Oh, excuse me. So, yeah. I'd like feedback there, all right? In regards to that. But is it System Shock? And some people are saying play Paper Mario. You have to understand, I'm not looking for a game that's going to be a 50-hour RPG that's going to take months to beat. I'm looking for a game to fill the gap until Elden Ring comes out. And by the way, it's going to be alternated with other games. It's not just the main game I play every day. You have to understand that. Like, this will kind of be like the back burner game. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door is a game that I do want to play eventually. I don't think that's the solution right now. I feel like that's a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's going to work. So here's the question. Is System Shock Remake going to perform better than Multiverses? A game that's a remake of the game from the 1990s that's already been out for a year on PC and just got ported to console. Is that going to perform better than the brand new Multiverses game? Do we really believe that? Okay? And if the answer is no, then what? Then what am I doing? This is the problem, is we don't have an answer because there's no good fucking games. Let's just be honest with each other here. There's no good fucking games out right now. There's just not. Sorry. Most of the games out are remakes, rehashes. These studios are not putting out big experiences anymore. The ones that try literally make games that feel like 10 other games you've already played. It's a sad state right now. That's the problem. We don't have the big games anymore, right? How long is System Shock Remake, by the way? Because I've never played it. I don't know how long of a game it is. And by the way, I got a lot of shout outs to do, which we're going to do in a minute. But as you can see, we had something to discuss that was pretty important, right? We have to figure this out. It sounds to me like people are just done with multiverses, right? They just want me to play other stuff. I'm okay with that, but I need to know what it is. Because it can't be Fallout every day. And it can't be Street Fighter every stream. You know? We got to have other stuff to fill in the gaps. Oh, it's 20 hours long? Oh, that's surprising. I didn't realize it was that long. Okay, that's pretty good length. That's about the length of a game I'm looking for right now to fill in the gaps until Elden Ring. Oh, I wish. The Blimp says, for me, the best playthroughs you do are Soulsborne or late night horror style. Maybe go back and redo something. I could do that. Any survival horror games you guys want to see me replay, maybe? Just for fun? Just for a little bit of variety until something else comes out, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm down for that too. You know me, I love survival horror. I'm always down for survival horror or something like that. But what would it be? What would people want to see? What was that game? Isn't there a game out right now that plays like a PS1 survival horror game that people said they wanted to see me play? Right? People had mentioned this recently. They said it was like a game that looks like a PS1 horror game, plays like a PS1 horror game, and it's like a throwback homage game that people might want to see me play. Crow Country? Crow County? What's it called? People don't even know the name of it. Crow Country? What is that? What is that and how do you play it? Like, where is it available? Murder House I know about. That was one that people had nominated a few years ago for Halloween, but it didn't make it in. Tormented Souls is great, and I played it and loved it, and the playthrough did well a couple years ago. Crow Country is Steam. Would it run on my mini PC? It's also on PS4? PS5? Okay, do we want to do that? This Crow Country game? I'm down for something different. We want variety and mix stuff up. Slaughterhouse for TurboGrafx? Yeah, I do remember that. That was the one where you played the killer. You played the chainsaw wielding hockey mask wearing guy. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that. No, I'm not saying that's instead of System Shock. We're talking this out. Crow Country, unfortunately, is cost $600. Oh, darn. $600 to play Crow Country. Damn. Oh, let's see here. By the way, I have to get to shout outs because we have to end this show so I can do my react show. Crow Country. Let's see here. It is $20. Yep, $20. The year is 1990. So it's relatively new, too. When did it come out? It's not too old. I can't find the release date, but it came out recently. May 9th. It just came out. It's relatively new. Okay. That's sounding interesting, and it's $20. What about the System Shock remake? For some reason there's no prices listed. That's great. But he's on console now, yeah. Well, I mean, that's two good options, I feel, then, for variety. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about Crow Country and System Shock Remake for variety? Get rid of multiverses for now, right? Now, as for Hades 2, again, this is a tough decision because I really want to keep playing Hades 2, but if people are like, no, don't do it now, uh, then maybe we hold off on it and we do something different, right? System Shock Remake is $40. Yikes, why is it so expensive? All right, well, here's the deal. We have a couple days to figure this out. Basically, Tuesday is the day that's up in the air right now that we don't know what we're doing, right? So we have a couple days to figure this out. I'm out of time for now because I have to do shout outs and then end the show. So we don't have time to further discuss. But let's discuss over the next day or two and figure this out, right? And go from there. I'm down for these new games. I'm down for something different to mix up the content, to do more variety the next few weeks. And by the way, like I said, next week we're already kind of packed because we have the two React things I have to do for Summer Game Fest and Xbox. So already next week is kind of rushed, okay? But outside of that, we're still gonna have a week or two before Elden Ring, so we're gonna need stuff for it, okay? All right, we have a lot of shout outs to do because I haven't done any. So thank you to the following people. We got to get through these fast. Let's see here. Lou Thays with the super chat. When are we getting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Guitar Player, 1939, 35 months as a member. Thank you so much. Jordan with a $10 super chat. Tip concerning Hades 2. I'm getting to tips in a minute. Thank you. Lester with a super chat. Lou Thays with the super chat. I'll be honest, the videos you react to aren't good. I'm not even going to stab at that one today. This is a whole different discussion of the whole idea of the React show is that it's interactive and people pick the clips. If you're saying the clips suck, there's not, how do you blame me? I'm not picking the clips. That's not the premise of the show. And by the way, before you say, well, change the show, that's the only income that channel gets, is the show. People who become a member for that show. You understand? So if I canceled the show, I'd make no money on the channel. I might as well not use the channel anymore. So that's not the solution. But that's something to discuss for a different day. Today I was more concerned with the game rotation, not with the React show. We can talk about the React show later. Okay? Jordan gifted a whole bunch of memberships. Congratulations to what? Kevin Kiesau, Crafting Kaiju, Mark Stokes, Toasty Ghost, and Sister Fister 5000, who all got gifted memberships this morning. Be sure to thank Jordan for that. And Jordan, thank you for the support. The Blimp, 2 months as a member, says, dude, run some polls. We did, and you saw what happened. Jordan also did another super chat. Stacks, 5 months as a member, says, go on a honeymoon. We would support it. Again, it's not in the cards right now. It's something we'd like to do. It's just not in the cards right now. Like, we can't do it. Even if we had the money to do it, we got Jasper. It's like, we can't do anything right now. You know, it's life. Lester, to the super chat, says, break the chains that bind you and take flight. Thank you. Jordan did another super chat, says, please do a nice stream of Stardew Valley. I think we should at some point, because at this point now, I have the means to play it easily, and it seems like you guys like it as a chill stream, so maybe we will do that soon. We'll do it as a late-night chill stream for variety. Gustavo Fring did a super chat and says, hello, my name is Gustavo Fring. That's fascinating. Thank you, Gustavo Fring, for telling us that your name is Gustavo Fring. By the way, anyone feel like some chicken right now? Thank you, Gustavo. And then Shao Kahn Artist. 36 months as a member, earning that diamond crown. Says, just seen the Silent Hill 2 remake trailer today. What did you think? I'm curious. Everyone seems to have a different opinion about it. All right, so now, tips. First tip of the day. $30 tip from Jordan, who says, sorry I couldn't support Hades 2. I hurt my back. I was in tons of pain. I'm sorry to hear that you were in tons of pain. That really, really sucks. I know, as someone who's had severe back issues, severely herniated disc, among other issues, I know how awful that feels. I hope that you feel better, Jordan. Thank you for the tip. Okay. Okay. I received a $2 tip from the friendly gremlin. I love multiverses, but the chat during the stream was negative to the point of toxicity, so I didn't stay very long. You're right. Everyone on that stream was complaining. This game sucks. This is just a knockoff of Smash Brothers. If you're gonna play Smash Brothers, don't play multiverses. I agree with you. I did not like how that was going at all. But at the same time, again, as people say, this is not some huge censorship stream. If people want to voice their opinion like that, they can. I will agree with you. I'm playing the game and enjoying it and having fun, and I turn to the chat and everyone's just pissing on the game, right? There you go. This is hilarious. I got a $1 tip of someone who literally didn't listen to a word I said. He says, complaining to your audience about money 6 days a week is a bad look and it's going to turn off your audience. Who complained about money on this podcast? You didn't listen to a fucking word I said. You believe what you want because you're a toxic jerk. This is not about money. It's about putting out streams people want to attend and engage. To do content people want. I'm not streaming for myself. I'm streaming for an audience. I need to be doing streams that people want to attend. When I'm playing Hades and there's less than 200 people and people aren't talking for 5 minutes in the chat, that's not a stream people want to attend. You're an asshole because you have to try to say something that's completely false. Literally, I'm not in dire straits financially. No one ever said that. Don't put words into my mouth, you fucking disingenuous jackass. Thanks for the $1 tip. I received a $2 tip. Here we go again. Would you shut up about support? Literally, we're not talking about support. You're a disingenuous jackass. Kiss my ass. Love people like that because they just, again, they only hear what they want to hear. Literally, this is not a single complaint about that. This is about me trying to connect with the audience and know what you guys want to see so I can put out streams you will attend and enjoy. I'm not streaming for myself. I'm not. I'm streaming for an audience who wants to see stuff. That's why I'm streaming. So I want to do stuff you want. If the answer is Crow Country and System Shock Remake and get rid of multiverses, that's okay then. I'm okay with that. That's legit feedback at least, right? What you're saying is literally a lie. I didn't even say that at all. You're a fucking asshole. But again, last night on the Daily Wrap, massive thumbs down and comments. How dare you speak to your audience like this? Speak to your audience like what? Say, I want to know what you want because I want to be entertaining to the audience and I need positive, interesting, legit feedback. That's, wow. If you think that that's bad talking to the audience, you are a coddled little brat. You think that everything should be about instant gratification and everyone should just kiss your butt and hold your hand and tie your shoes for you, put out a nice little ribbon on your neck and spruce you up, comb your hair for you, Sonny, because you can't do it yourself, right? That's who you are. What the fuck are you talking about? Because I speak to you like an adult, like a human, and honest. Hey, I want honest feedback. Let's make streams you guys want. Oh, how dare you speak to me like that? What the fuck, dude? Hold on. Your mom's coming with your ice cream cone in a few seconds, all right? She'll be in the door to wipe your ass after you shit, too. What the fuck are you talking about? Unreal, these people. Stereotypical dollar. It says you're at your best when you play or react to things you enjoy, not force yourself to play and watch what others want. It's frustrating to see you drop what you enjoy because of negative complainers and trolls. Sarah, I agree with you 100%. I told you I'm enjoying the stuff I'm doing, but if it's not working, it's not working. And again, as I've become older and wiser and more mature, I have to understand that in life, you can't just do what you want all day. You can't. As much as this is a hobby, as it is a job for me, and as much as I enjoy doing this, I don't have the luxury of 24/7 doing the things I want to do. I have to adjust to what the audience wants. The audience is outright telling me through attendance, engagement, and support, multiverses and Hades 2 are not working. I need to mix it up and do other things. That's what I'm seeing. I'm playing multiverses, and the majority of chatters are complaining the game sucks. We don't like this game. Do something different. I'm playing Hades 2, and I'm turning to the audience, and half the time no one's talking in the chat, and we have record low viewers. That's a problem. It's a big problem. We can't just rely on, oh, one person may come by the stream and drop a tip tonight, and just because one person dropped a tip, now everything's worthwhile and great and rainbows and unicorns. No, the attendance is still bad. The engagement is still bad. So I need to fix that. I need to do things people want. That's what I'm trying to figure out right here, you know? And it sucks, you're right, because I am enjoying, for sure, some of this stuff, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't make people show up. And again, aren't you supposed to keep people riveted with your commentary? If people don't show up to hear the commentary because of the game I'm playing, I can't make it entertaining. Do you understand? I can't. There's no one there. Again, the case in point here is, if I just said, tonight we're going to do a late night chill stream, everyone show up and hang out, I get like 500 viewers. We get people hanging out, talking, engaging, having a good time. Oh, tonight I'm going to play Hades 2, 170 viewers. What's the difference between those two streams? What's the key factor? The game. Not me. You need to make your viewers want to show up. That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard. I need to make my viewers want to show up. So what I should do is use my psychic Professor X powers to go inside of your heads and change your thoughts about a game that you don't like to make you show up to my stream of that game. Here we go. Ready? Hades 2 is a good game. Come to the stream. What the fuck are you talking about? Yikes. People actually think that way too. They believe that. They believe that like content creators are like psychic beings or something. Like, what are you speaking about? On what planet do you live? Not Earth. Maybe on Pluto you could do that. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are you talking about? An anonymous tipper tipped me $1 and says, how long has the Chun-Li animation been around? Have you finally got them all working? What's the best way to privately reach out with a suggestion? Don't let the trolls get a rise of you today. Ignore them. Just email me. darksidefil@hotmail.com. Okay? And don't put a link into your email because it tends to flag for spam if you do that. As for the animations, I've had those for a few weeks now. Not a month yet, about 2-3 weeks. In honor of the patch of Street Fighter 2 weeks ago, we got these all new Street Fighter animations for all the tips. They're all Street Fighter animations now. What on earth? Oh no. I literally got the worst. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. By the way, the schedule's outdated. I forgot to update Nightbot. You ready for this one? We got to end the show on this one. Just listen to this. I got $1 tip, and here's what they had to say. Streaming Hades on a Saturday and expecting people to show up in droves and engage and support is laughable. Normal people are out spending time with their families and friends on Saturday. It's the weekend. I know you don't have friends to spend time with in real life, but most normal people do. That's why you had 200 viewers. The reason that there was low attendance and engagement on last night's Hades 2 stream is because it was Saturday and people have lives and better things to do than watch people on the internet. Because as you know, last night, Saturday, June 1st, absolutely no one on the internet got any viewership whatsoever. It was a dead night for everyone. I mean, let me tell you. Oh my God. Oh. God, I can't get over it. I can't get over it. I think this person actually was being serious too. That's the sad. I think they were actually being serious. They actually thought that like was like an insightful comment. Oh my God. Holy moly. Jordan did a super chat. He said, oof. Oof. Anyway, all right, we got to end the show. So, by the way, schedule wise, here's the deal. Today, it's the React show over on DSP React. So if you're here live, stick around. You'll see a link to head over there, and we're gonna do a nice clip show over the afternoon. Okay. Tonight on the late stream, DSP. Retro React over on DSP Throwback of Mario and Sonic at the 2012 Olympics. It was great last week. I'm looking forward to it again. It was a laugh riot. It's gonna be really fun. Tomorrow, Fallout 4 and Street Fighter 6, and I'm gonna try Zangief tomorrow night with no lag and see how he does. He's been improved dramatically, supposedly. Tuesday is the day that's up in the air at this point. I don't know what we're doing Tuesday. Originally, it was going to be Multiversus and Hades 2, but now it's looking like we're doing something completely different. I just don't know what yet. Maybe we'll try this Crow Country game. I would like to say Hades 2 on Tuesday night, but maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should do 2 new games on Tuesday. I don't know. I'll think about it. Wednesday, more Fallout 4, and if all goes according to plan, which I'm not sure yet, it looks like I'll probably be doing the next session with Brian in Street Fighter 6, now with the mic enabled, so we'll be able to hear each other via voice chat. But I need to lock that in and confirm that beforehand, so please bear with me. I'll let you know in a day or two. I have to make sure with him that's okay, because we're still going back and forth about it. Okay? Good stuff? All right. And, another jerk, so... These people tip just to complain, and then I'm not going to read it. They're just morons. Anyway, it's time to end the show. Thank you guys for your feedback. Sounds to me like Multiversus is done, which is sad, but what can you do? Well, I guess we'll probably start something new on Tuesday. We just got to figure out what. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. And as for Hades, it's up in the air. Okay? But anyway, thank you. Let's end the show. Let's have a great day reacting to stuff. I'll be back tomorrow with gameplay for those who like the gameplay stuff, because a lot of you don't care about the reacting stuff. I know that. And I'll be back. So thank you all. Thank you for your honest feedback. Not for the moronic shit that some people said, but thank you for those who were here with honest feedback to try to help improve the stuff. All right. And time for a reassessment, right? Trying to hit, like I said, hit the reset button and do some new stuff in addition to the stuff that's working, so we have a better month, correct? All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you.